Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. This is a figure hack, and it's come out of nowhere. But it's quite good actually. So, what am I doing in here? Well, yesterday I put all my figures together for a live stream I'm doing with Universal Collector Matt. We're going to talk about my favourite Obi Wan Kenobi figures. I was sort of in here finding my favourite. I will upload that after the live stream because I don't want to kind of spoil what I've chosen, even though you've seen a few of them just there. I opened the new Obi Wan. Where is it now? This new one, which I talk about that in the video, but I'll mention it again now. From certain angles, right, he looks just like Ewan McGregor. Like, look at that. There's a certain scowl that Ewan McGregor has that, you know, the figure kind of replicates. But from other angles, I can't put my finger on who he looks like there, but not Ewan McGregor. It's weird, but like from sideways on, it's like, whoa. You've got to look at these tiny accessories. But anyway, in the process of me finding all my favourites, there's a quick look at overview of some of them. I picked out one of the ones which is my least favourite. Now, it's not this. This is me. This is my figure hack. So, the actual one that's my least favourite, if I remove this and put on Mick Hucknall head, look at this. That's Mick Hucknall. They could not have made that look more like Mick Hucknall if they tried. So if I put it on here, I think this figure came from the Legacy collection. I don't know. I won it loose. This figure of Obi-Wan, which is very much a Genndy Tartakovsky figure, isn't it? From that era of the Clone Wars. I love the Genndy Clone Wars, that original animated series. Yeah, so I won it in a job lot. God, this is going back years, maybe 2016. I remember where I was when I won it as well. I was in the gym, and this guy was selling stuff on eBay for, like, what was he listing them as? Like Star Wars figure. No name, nothing. And I found his whole listings, all of his listings, and then I kind of won loads of really good stuff. So I think I won this for like £2 or something like that. But anyway, loads of good stuff. But still, when I have him on the shelf, which is up here, let's go and have a look at this shelf here. Just above these two Datolfs, I've got my Republic gunship. I must do a video on that. Stay tuned. I do want to talk about the Republic gunship. Some crazy prices on Facebook groups. Bruh. And also, one went at auction on eBay recently, and I want to talk about all of that. Plus, come on, Hasbro, re-release it, you know, paying these stupid secondary market prices or asking prices. Anyway, so I have him on that shelf up there doing what he's doing now, facing away. Another video I want to do, I want to talk about that. I've got loads of figures that I prefer to have facing away. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. Maybe you're the same. Lots of figures look better looking in the opposite direction, and this is one of the main ones because of the face is so poor. But you do get that classic mullet that you see at the end of Attack of the Clones / the beginning of the Clone Wars. But that face is, I'm sorry, I can't have him looking that way. So anyway, when I was scrambling all these figures together yesterday, I thought to myself, I have a spare Obi-Wan. And it's this one here. Look, he's headless at the minute. In fact, I'll put his head back on. Do you know what I could do with mounting the camera? Bear with me. Hi, welcome back. Now this Obi-Wan here was gifted to me by my good friend Lau. He sent it to my PO box. And I already have that figure, kind of. I've got the original one, which I got from Tungori, but that's the original version of the Clone Wars TVC Obi-Wan, which is a really good figure. Not a bad likeness. But they redid him, and well, the likeness is, to be honest, it ain't that much different, really. I still think they could have really smashed it out of the park, the second release of him. I think that, you know, yeah, maybe it's a good update. Maybe a slight cross-eyed issue there. But anyway, I'm assuming that you, Lau, got this from Tungori as well, because this figure has two right feet, which is crazy. But anyway, this one here I put in a cockpit because, as you can see, I already have that one, which I have on the shelf, and I love having him in that pose, holding that saber. But this one I just put in a cockpit for obvious reasons, with that strange situation going on with the legs. But anyway, so when I was sort of like looking around the room, looking at all these Obi-Wans, I kind of took this one out here, and I thought to myself, I wonder if we can swap heads. And indeed you can, but it's different, it's a weird one. What it is look at the size of the ball joints here. Check it out. I'll put it down like that. Right, so look at the size of the ball joints. They are not a match, or a mismatch. So the one on the left is the Legacy Collection, whatever that is, this Genndy Tartakovsky one. This is the Dave Filoni style one. The ball joint is much bigger on that one there, which is bad news for putting this head on here, which wouldn't look right anyway. Look at the size of the neck. I was thinking about putting that on here and putting that in a cockpit. Inside a cockpit, you can't really see the figure that well, so but that ain't gonna work. But what is quite good is, even though this is a slightly bigger head ball joint, and that'll obviously be a smaller socket, it still manages to go on. It just about sits on, doesn't slot in and click, but you can just about see underneath. Yeah, you can see the base of the socket there. But that doesn't matter. That is a vast improvement. See what I mean about that? Because it just sits on top because it's a smaller socket. But it's fine. It stays on tight. If you hold it upside down, that ain't gonna fall off. But it means that if you pivot its head like that, you'll see the whiteness of the unpainted part of the ball joint. Doesn't matter though. I think that looks much better. It is much better. What do you reckon? Like when you go to the opticians, ladies and gentlemen, with or without. As I love the thought of coming home to you, even if you know you can make it. That is McHucknall, isn't it, man? Ridiculous. That is a vast improvement. So much so, I'm actually thinking about having him facing the front now, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? No more turning to the back. I love it. And it got me thinking about the fact that they did do that in the Black Series, the Genndy style figure. They brought out an Obi Wan with, the best facial sculpt I've ever seen of Ewan McGregor on any figure. I used to own that. I actually sold it because I've got rid of my 6-inch collection. But brilliant head sculpt. Blew me away when I first saw that. And it was just like this. It came with a cloak, cape even. I think, did you get a helmet with that? I can't remember now. I really can't remember. You might not have. But it was Clone General or something like that, or Clone Commander Obi Wan Kenobi. But do you know what, man? Look at that. Now that ain't bad. So, thank you, Lau, for donating this. It was ages ago you gave me that, but it's been a bit of a weird one because of this leg situation, but at least now I can swap heads, and now I've got this. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can do the same as well. I think that he could still be available, this guy. It wasn't long that they reissued him. Again, I got that from Tungori years ago, 2015 maybe. This guy got reissued last year, I think it was. So keep an eye out for him. Swap heads if you can get hold of this figure here. In fact, let me know in the comments, how much does he go for? This one, Mick Hucknall. Because it's a terrible figure in terms of the face. Looks nothing like Ewan McGregor, does it, man? I mean, I don't know. Look at him. Still, he might go for a lot of money because he's rare. I won it for nothing because, as I say, the guy listing it on eBay listed it as just Star Wars figure. So that's a way you can get bargains anyway. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. There is my figure hack. If you want to make an ultimate or much better Clone Commander Genndy Tartakovsky Obi Wan Kenobi, then this is how you can do it. Thanks for listening. I have been Obi Wan Kenobi. Only one. Out.